Hello, and welcome to the first podcast of 2015. Still untitled S-Rank podcast. Sorry about that, Echo.
I just said hello. So, how should we start?
Well, let's wait for everyone to get in and introduce themselves.
Alright, here I am.
Okay, Shell and K.I. are here. So is Bacon.
Well, I guess Bacon's kind of here.
Yeah, he's half here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He can hear us, but we can't hear him, but we can read him.
Mm-hmm. So
Apparently, my character. I don't even know if
That's not for the podcast.
That's yeah, it's a
that's
game that he's
something
playing.
else. That's a game he's playing.
Okay, so Bacon's real podcast contribution so far is Bub Blub.
Okay, so I guess we'll get started with the first topic. See, recently there was a Nintendo Direct, so I guess we're just going to recap some of that stuff. So what I thought was the coolest thing about that was the whole Codename Steam Amiibo implementation, honestly.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You'd be able to use Marth, Ike, Lucina, and Robin.
Imagine if you could use Rosalina, though.
Yeah, that would have been cool too. But aside from that, like, the game is pretty cool. Comes out in March.
Yeah, so since Intelligent Systems worked on both the Fire Emblem franchise and the upcoming Codename Steam, they decided to put the Fire Emblem characters as guests who are only enabled by Amiibos, which I thought was pretty cool.
And Marth will return soon.
Right. Oh yeah, they did also mention that Marth would be back in stock.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. It'll come back soon. No, not even how long. The question is not how long. The question is how fast it'll go. Bye.
And we'll get to that.
That's what I meant. Like, how long will it stay on store shelves?
Yeah,
One
but
second.
Yeah, but like I said, we'll get to that in a little while.
Right. Yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Let's see, we also got confirmation that the new 3DS is coming
Which is not being released in North America.
Well, we got confirmation that it is in fact being released in North America now, which is good, although I am still a little angry. They're only bringing out the XL model. I kind of wanted a small one.
Yeah, but I mean, I personally want both, because what I would have done was, my XL would be my main one, and the small one would be like the secondary one. It would basically be used like for the Street Pass building, and also to like put a bunch of demos on there, so if anybody wants to try some games out, I would like let them do it in person at events or whatever.
I think my favorite 3DS story from you is when your XL broke and you had to go back to using your old original unit, and you were just so angry at it the entire time. You're just like really, really angry about how it felt.
Shell neither confirms nor denies that this story has happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. So another thing they announced is a brand new Fire Emblem game for the 3DS. There's no subtitle outside of Japan, because Japan, they're calling it Fire Emblem If. I'm not sure that's
a really dumb name if they bring that out in America.
If they name it as that, they have to have a reason for it. Like, we need a reason, otherwise it wouldn't even make sense.
Right.
They have found a reason. You know what other game has had "if" as a subtitle? Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So they moved it to 3DS then, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, like, so I'm looking at like Wikipedia just to see like anything. There's really not a lot of like story just yet, since they only just shown like cutscenes and like characters, and that's it. They didn't really like go into detail on what the game is about. So
showed a little bit of a battle footage though, and everyone will be happy to know that characters now have feet.
And do they really? Because
that's what Shell told me.
I haven't examined the trailer myself. It looked. The thing about the new Fire Emblem, after seeing it once, what bothered me was that it leaned toward the more anime-ish
Well, I think that's probably just because it's based on a more East Asian aesthetic.
And Bacon says that Shin Megami Tensei if kickstarted the Persona series, and also that he finds them adding feet to Fire Emblem very offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they should have added fins.
So, so basically, with this, the game doesn't have a release date other than 2015, but in Japan it says Q2, Q3, so we'll most likely get it around that time too.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty soon, huh?
Ah, really? I didn't know that it was coming out that quickly.
Yeah, I guess it was in development for a while, and that they just feel like it's finally ready to release.
It did look like it was already playable.
It did. I'm kind of surprised they kept it hidden this long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Nintendo likes announcing stuff closer to release now. Like, I still think there's a good chance we could get Mario and Luigi 5 this year.
Yeah, if not, or then maybe like a brand new Paper Mario game. Like, I don't know how many groups of teams Intelligent Systems have, but I know they're wrapping up Codename Steam. They have Fire Emblem If, and they could still potentially have Paper Mario on either 3DS, Wii U, or some other projects they're working on.
But yeah, Mario and Luigi is by a different team.
Yeah, no,
Isn't
that's
that
Alpha Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they said they had already started on the 5th one right after the 4th one release, and that they hoped to be able to make it more quickly since they were used to 3DS.
Yeah, so we could probably get one. It'll probably be maybe a fall game.
Maybe.
I'll have to examine that trailer again. I mean, Ice Pick said more. It's leaning towards more East Asian.
Well, I don't know. It looked like one of the guys was dressed up like a character from Sengoku Basara or that 4th Onimusha game.
Because Ice Pick is right. A lot of the Fire Emblem, well, all the Fire Emblems up till now, look like European. They have the characters
They're
wearing
basically
European
wearing
armor.
Yeah, European style armor, using European style axes and swords and spears.
Yeah, it's a different direction, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah, because I know they wanted to do one of two things. They wanted to either go into space and set the game in Mars, and the other thing they wanted to do was modern day times. And neither one of them would have worked out well. They probably would have been completely different games.
Wasn't Shin Megami Tensei in modern day?
Yeah, but that's different. That's a
but that's
series
different.
altogether.
Well,
But that's because with Shin Megami Tensei, I don't know if they ever did medieval times for that. And
No, they didn't. I don't think.
okay,
So, but wait. The first Fire Emblem game that could go into modern times is the ever obscured Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem.
yeah.
That's probably a lot of people think it's dead. A lot of people think it's not. I don't think so.
you don't think it's dead?
No, I don't think it's.
I
think it's.
kind of think it might be dead.
I think they're really tight-lipped.
Yoshi and the North American new 3DS.
Well, actually, technically, both of those are true. It's no longer called Yarn Yoshi, and we aren't getting the new 3DS model that I wanted in North America.
So, you're saying they're going to release Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem crossover, but slightly change the name?
Yes, they're going to call it Shin Megami Tensei versus Fire Emblem.
Because honestly, what I think is going to happen is that with Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem, they'll most likely just show all the progress that has been made for the past 2, 3 or 3 years, whatever. And I'm thinking that the main thing is that the development must have slowed down around the time where Atlas was trying to find a buyer, and then Sega bought them. So I'm thinking that that slowed down just a little bit.
I mean, a lot of people did think that maybe Sega buying them could have killed it, but I mean, that just doesn't seem likely.
Yeah, Nintendo has reconfirmed it several times since Sega bought them.
That's true.
He may need more water or any kind of drink most of it.
Oh, hey, KG.
Hey, KG.
A special cameo from the rest of his family.
Yeah, we're talking
We're
about
doing, yeah.
we're talking about Fire Emblem, and I just mentioned right now that the first Fire Emblem game to actually probably be set in modern times would be Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. And I said, a lot of people think it's dead, a lot of people don't think it's dead. I'm one of those people that don't think it's dead. Icepick maybe thinks it's dead.
I think it could very well be.
Icepick its title is going to be changed.
Yeah, basically, it now means it's dead and it'll be a completely different game
Exactly.
than what. But really, like Woolly World and Yarn Yoshi are the same concept, just a different name. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah,
It-
Alright.
Alright.
It's not the same. You would be right in saying it's the same concept, except it's the same game, only
Yeah,
retitled.
it's been retitled.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
So basically, Yarn Yoshi still exists, just as something different.
Right.
Just under a
Just
different
under
name.
a different name.
So does that mean that it's like you still got it? That
Yeah, I
means
know.
that if they changed the name of
I know, that was just my way of weaseling out of getting called out on that. I mean, I don't understand why this is so hard for you to understand.
Lucky, come here.
why can't you be called out on something?
I can be. I'm just going
Yeah,
to
he
find
can, dude.
I'm just seeing if I can find every way possible I can to twist the truth so that I don't look like an idiot.
Okay, and Ki, is it working for him?
It's working about as well as his prediction that there would never be another Donkey Kong Country game.
Lucky.
Well, there
Stop.
hasn't been one recently, so I think that was right.
Made
Wow.
this prediction before Tropical
Oh my god.
Yes, but it's still standing.
Lucky, come here.
So you're getting a first-hand audio rape from KG's cameo and Lucky.
There we go.
Yeah,
Everything's solved.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Alright, well, I guess there is one other thing we can talk about from the Nintendo Direct, and this was actually a pretty big surprise. They're finally releasing Wii games on Wii U Virtual Console, although I guess you can't really call it that anymore. I think didn't they take that title off the eShop or something?
I think so.
Something like
I
that.
think so.
So, the first game we got was Super Mario Galaxy 2, which,
Best game ever made.
basically. And,
Yep. The Prime.
We can take callers right here, right now, if you're willing to
Please don't.
contest that opinion. just do it at your own peril.
Yeah, do it. Please do it at your own peril.
And the waiver not only says we cannot be held liable if I cause any injury to you, but it also means you have to acknowledge it is in fact the best game ever made.
Oh,
Wait.
and besides, I'm not the one that's going to cause harm. It's probably KI and his robot minions across the world. So, be careful.
Well, I can't wait
Hey,
for the.
I do have a way to defeat KI, though, if any of our listeners care. Basically say that you don't like it because you like Super Mario World more. That'll cause his brain to realize it's a paradox, and that'll destroy him.
What about 3D
Mario
World?
Galaxy 2 is better than Mario World. Now Icepick's brain is destroyed.
Well, I guess that... Well, at least it didn't have any effect.
Or Punch Out.
But, yeah, so we... Did we get Punch Out already?
Yes, we got.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we're the only one getting Punch Out.
It'll be
That's
cool to
because
get
we're
the
awesome.
Metroid Prime game because I never
Yeah.
played them.
Yeah, that's the one I'm most excited about because when Metroid Prime Trilogy came out, I had not played one or two that recently, and I thought, well, they're designed around the controller. I don't need the Wii Remote that much. Then I tried playing them again after having played Prime 3, and everything just felt so much worse, so I'm very much looking forward to being able to get Metroid Prime Trilogy for $10.
Yeah,
Suck it,
basically.
Scalpers.
And how much will it be when you don't get it first day?
$20, and it's first week, actually.
Oh. Well, that's still good.
The The other interesting thing about it, though, is that Japan and Europe, I believe, already have Donkey Kong Country Returns on
Yes.
there.
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be more games. There'll definitely be more games to follow. It's just which one. I mean, you know what? That's a different topic about asking which ones you want. But
Well, actually, we can go into that.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
that's
sure?
Kind,
Okay.
that's kind of what I was trying to segue into this topic. You see?
So would it be any like Wii game?
Yeah, it'd be any Wii game.
Yeah, but for
first-party games would be more likely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd probably be true. Well, because I would love to see Knights, the new Knights, be returned back.
So,
To
what
be
did you say, KG?
I think third parties would be more interesting because I think we can count on Nintendo bringing a great amount of their first party titles.
yeah, like,
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
yeah, that's true, but I mean, we still need confirmation that they will get third-party games.
Yeah, and also there are some Nintendo games that would be a very big deal. They can bring over any Wii game released in Europe, but not North America.
Ooh.
Fatal Frame 2, Disaster
Yep.
Day of Crisis, and another Code R.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
that one.
That's
definitely.
fair, but it might still stay in Europe, though, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah,
Well,
but what he's saying is that since a lot of Virtual Console games that were released in Europe eventually came out here on
Yeah,
Virtual Console.
If they port it to Wii U, they have very little reason not to release it here. It would basically be free because there's no dealing with retailers or making the physical discs in boxes. So whatever made Nintendo decide not to release those games here will not apply.
Well,
Yeah.
it may not
Yeah.
apply.
Code R.
Yeah, because, I mean,
Could just be a case of where they're like, I don't want it.
I don't think
And
they.
Sega does.
Yeah, I don't think they actually do that. They only say they don't want it in relation to the costs involved in bringing it over.
That's fair.
Uh-huh.
But I'd kind of like to see them bring out, and this is going to sound completely asinine, but Pikmin 2 new play control, because I didn't get to pick that one up, and now it costs like $60 fucking dollars.
Yeah, I didn't. For some reason, I didn't bother to pick it up either.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy.
I know.
Oh, we
Okay,
got,
just-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we got Metroid Prime Trilogy, and that was probably, that was already them going pretty far out of their way to give us the best thing possible, so I think getting some of the rarer games is pretty likely. I'm pretty sure the only reason Xenoblade isn't there is because of the new 3DS version.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, it still has a chance to pop up anyway. It'll just be like at least 2 years down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. That's fair.
Oh well. Even then again, even if it does, I still have my copies, so I'm fine. But for whoever else that doesn't have it and don't want a new 3DS, then they can have that option.
Well, yeah, actually, a lot of people are even saying that. They're just basically going, well, you should release it on there just in case people don't want to buy a 3DS or a new
Yeah.
3DS.
Yeah.
Nintendo's goal is to make people want to buy it, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And to be honest, it's like, if for some reason you still play Smash 3DS, just not having to deal with it rebooting and whatnot is a godsend.
That is true. It does get really annoying when things have to restart and everything.
Yeah, and given how bogged down the current 3DS is, compared to the new 3DS, oh man.
Yeah, it's like...
Nuts.
The Smash 3DS, you can tell, is really taking up all the system's energy. It takes so long to go back to the main menu when you exit it.
Yeah.
Right. And it takes a while for it to load up in the first place.
I believe Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate is kind of the same way for the 3DS.
I could see that. I mean, that sounds fairly reasonable.
yeah.
So, yeah, I guess, So does anyone else have any games that you think should make it onto the Wii Virtual Console thing?
Yeah. When it comes to third parties, like the main one that I know that most likely will be in support will be Sega. So Sonic Colors obviously will be there.
Ooh, bring up the bad ones too.
House of
I
Dead
like,
Overkill.
Go ahead.
What happened?
The Nights in the Dreams sequel.
Right,
Yeah, that
that'd
one
be,
too.
That'd be cool.
Let's see, that one, Mad World, let's see. I'm sure they'll put, like, Sonic and the Secret Rings, which is not a bad game, but it's just okay. Sonic and the Black Knight, however, is awful, and so is the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed.
Well, no version of that was apparently very good.
Well, there are people who claim the HD one is good, but they have to. If anyone wants to contest me when I say it was terrible, you have to sign the Mario Galaxy 2 disclaimer.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If I want to play Sonic Unleashed at this point, I'm probably just gonna use Sonic Generations and play the Project Unleashed from that, and that's it.
I forgot about that.
The one thing I have to say about Sonic Unleashed, this is just amazing to me. The Wii and HD versions are both terrible, but they have terrible control for the exact opposite reasons. The HD version, Sonic is way too fast and slippery. He controls like Bubsy. In the Wii and PS2 version, he is incredibly slow. It's like he's a car. It takes him like several seconds to complete turning around. So yes, they have the exact opposite problem, and both are pretty much unplayable because of it.
I mean, I guess I know what I'd want, even if it is kind of a pipe dream, especially at this point.
Sure.
Rainbow.
Well, that's definitely a pipe dream. I'm talking about something that, like, at least has, like, a chance. I mean, Captain Rainbow is apparently just... No, I'm talking about No More Heroes, games that actually came out in America.
Oh. No.
No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2 would be fucking awesome, but I kind of doubt that they'll make it.
Okay.
There, you just like... He's so nonchalant about stuff, so...
Yeah,
It's
basically.
funny.
He just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
So, I guess we could move on to... I mean, does anyone else have anything to add?
Not really.
I just got back.
Yeah. Okay. Any Wii games you want to see on the Wii U's eShop?
If possible, I'd rather play Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii U, on the Wii U instead of the new 3DS. But
I'd say there's a decent chance of that happening eventually, but not for a couple of years.
Yeah, I'm with him on that.
yeah,
Actually, the coolest thing I could probably do is it'd be like, hey, buy pre-order or buy Xenoblade Chronicles X's first print, and you get a free eShop copy of the original.
Only if you
Disc
get
or no
limited
show.
Special edition.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
Speaking of special editions, I guess that'll segue quite well into our next topic, the whole issue of Scalpers.
Yeah, Scalpers versus Amiibos and the Majora's Mask 3DS new 3DS XL. But let's talk about the Amiibos first, since that's been around
can
longer.
I make an amendment to that title?
Go
ahead.
Basically, Amiibos and limited edition Nintendo stuff in general.
Yeah, alright, we'll just call it... We'll call it Scalpers versus Nintendo.
Anyway, let me start off with this. That since the Amiibo craze started when the Super Smash Bros. For Wii U was released, there were many people who felt that some Amiibos would be like harder to find. However, when it comes to how quick they were selling out, that was another story.
Oh, and one last thing. Apparently I missed something that Bacon said. He wants Cubivore on there. Wasn't that a GameCube game, though?
Yeah, that's a GameCube game.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
All right.
Go on.
Sorry.
Go on, Shell.
Alright. Okay. So, then after that, there have been, the three Amiibos that were the rarest ones out of Wave 1 were Marth, Villager, and the Wii Fit Trainer. And I will say this, I personally knew to get Marth right off the bat because of the fact that I felt that he wasn't going to be around much longer. I didn't think about that with the Villager or Wii Fit Trainer at first.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. It's like with the other Amiibos, I felt that like most of them would have been common for Wave 1 except for maybe Fox. And turns out that like I knew that Fox was going to be gone and then come back later on, like, but a lot of people were buying Link, Samus, and Mario. Sorry, not Samus. Link, Pikachu, and Mario. And I think Samus was like number 4, number 5. But
She was
like,
pretty popular.
but yeah, like, a lot of people like went out and buy them. Plus, it's not even just scalpers. I mean, the other thing is that people buy extra ones just so they can paint them and make custom ones. That's different. Like, I don't mind that. But scalping,
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I guess I don't mind it if they don't pre-order them.
oh yeah,
I feel like the pre-order is the main issue here.
yeah, that's the thing. But like, because I've seen some pretty cool designs when it comes to the custom Amiibos, but then when Wave 2 came along, because I did not want to make the same mistake that I made for the Wave 1s, and I felt in my mind that the ones that were going to be gone really fast were Captain Falcon, Pit, and Little Mac. So, once I saw Little Mac, and I had the opportunity to pick him up, I immediately jumped to get it.
Makes sense because he's like gone now.
Yeah,
he's
and
super rare.
yeah, I mean, people are arguably saying that he might be rarer than than like the original Forbidden 3, that's what they call them. Like, he might be.
3.
I thought it was the Holy Trinity.
Whatever it is people want to call them.
I like KG's name better.
Whatever. I really don't care.
Alright,
But,
that's fine.
anyway, like, but apparently, like, Luigi is similar to Fox in a sense. Like there was a time where like he was hard to find at first, and then later on, like, they started stocking more Luigis.
Yeah, because that led to that picture where I said I didn't think I had bought any Amiibos. That was clearly me in the picture. Do you remember that one? It was a picture of an Amiibo shelf, and there were tons of Luigis there. Every other character was sold out.
And then all of a sudden, like, the same exact scenario happened with Diddy Kong. Like, he was hard to find at first, and then later on, like, he started popping up more often.
Go ahead.
Zelda was the only one of that one that never really went anywhere. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like I'm surprised that Link is hard to find, honestly. Like OG Link.
Actually,
I
now,
think
like,
I saw some links.
they're actually restocking Link. Like, I have
that's
to
good.
start seeing him again.
He was the best-selling one.
How?
Yeah.
That would explain it.
Yeah, I've seen Lynx again. I'm starting to see Fox again. Samus is getting more, even though, like, Samus wasn't really going anywhere all that much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there is the whole rumor that, let's see, it's Samus, Fox, and Donkey Kong are all.
Yeah, like, I really
thrown
think
out.
I really think that was bogus, and like I've seen plenty of Donkey Kongs everywhere. If anything, like, I'm actually starting to see less Pikachu. Believe it or not.
I realized how terrible he was in Smash.
Yeah, because Pikachu was your main in the other games, but just this one, it just didn't click for you.
Well, just Brawl, but he's terrible in 4. Like, I do, like, using characters, I had, like, when I first played it, I could use online, I could use characters I had not actually used before and do better than I did with Pikachu.
I mean, I haven't really seen that much issue with Pikachu this game. I guess it's a matter of, like, figuring out, like, how to use him properly.
They really nerfed his down. They really nerfed his down B. They made his defense just horrible. Everything kills him.
Yeah.
To be fair, the same does happen in the games.
Well, yeah, in the games, Pikachu has always been worthless. Raichu is always better.
Yeah, and now, like, Wave 3, Toys R Us actually broke the street date for 3 Amiibos.
Actually, can I correct you there?
You were gonna say
They
4?
only no, at first there was actually 4, but only one of them was really street broken, and that was Lucario. But
Yeah.
the Nintendo ninjas came back really fast and told them not to sell any until the 30th. As for the other 3, there's no street dates anymore.
Yeah, it's a Sheik, Bowser, and Toon Link right now, and
Yeah.
and now like it took until now for Toys R Us to finally start doing the 1 Amiibo per customer of each Amiibo, which is something that they should have been doing. Like I've been seeing a bunch of like people say that that their Toys R Us are starting to do this.
Well, I know I saw a story where someone literally walked in and saw a dude buy like 60 of the Amiibos.
Yeah, I guess there's some stores that didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
Because like it's according to a new policy. They're starting to do the 1 per person now, and Best Buy is actually starting to do that too.
Yeah. I'm hoping they have Meta Night on Friday so that way I could just run in, get it, and if I do, I effectively have the rest of the wave in my pocket.
And as far as Rosalina goes, like apparently Target recently said, or that they actually have a lot more than anybody would anticipate. I'll believe that when I see it, because I'm gonna go to a Target on the day it comes out, because it's February 1st when they're gonna start selling it. So, I hope they're right on that.
Well, I can tell you this. I saw a picture of like a tracker or something that talked about the Rosalina amiibo, and it said that they had 26 units in that one.
And where was that one at?
I found it in the amiibo thread.
I guess it just depends on their area, but like, I'd assume that it would be much more in bigger cities, and like the smaller rural areas, they wouldn't have all that much.
Yeah.
In comparison, but from what I've also heard is that Walmart created like dates for when they're going to release certain amiibos. Like they group them up together into different subwaves, which it's interesting. Not the interesting in a good sense, but interesting, and I'm like, I wonder how they're going to do that.
Actually, I'm glad you brought this up because I would actually like to expand this a lot more.
Okay.
Wave 2 was when I realized there was something wrong with this, how they're distributing, because I went to a Walmart and they had no pegs for Wave 2, and in fact, I went to that same Walmart today and it looks the same in terms of its pegs. So, Walmart isn't looking good in my eyes. However, what bothers me is that there's been different release dates for certain amiibos for different stores, because all it really does is makes things more frustrating.
It is.
Because Walmart will actually have subwaves, GameStop will have subwaves, Best Buy will have subwaves, and it's all going to be on different levels. Because like Toys R Us is hinting that they're going to sell Sonic on February the 1st, whereas for GameStop they're doing it on February the 20th.
Yeah.
Wait. Really?
Yes.
Is that rumor or is that confirmed?
It's confirmed.
Oh, what the?
There was a
fuck?
GameStop memo that actually said street dates were broken, sell them when you get them, and that different stores will set up products at different times.
Okay, so I pre-ordered Sonic a while ago, while they were still available. Yeah, it was around that time when Shulk was already sold out. But the rest of the amiibos were safe. So you're telling me it's not Sonic the Hedgehog amiibo is not going to come out on the 1st of February. It's going to come out the 20th.
On
It's
GameStop?
possible that it comes out. Well, yeah, for GameStop, that's true.
Yeah.
And Shulk comes out on the 13th of February.
Yeah.
Okay, that is really frustrating. That's not.
It is.
This is new
Yeah,
to
tell
me.
me about it.
This is new to me. This is stupid. What the hell?
Okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
say this right
Well,
now.
I'm keeping up on this shit.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine, Shaw. Yeah, I mean, okay. So I'm just gonna tell my side of the Amiibo thing.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
recently bought to KG Senpai's frustration. I recently bought Toon Link for $30 over there online on eBay. I didn't agree with KG's assessment that there was gonna be Toon Links available in the stores at first. Until today, I went to Target earlier this afternoon. I saw like two Links and several Zeldas, and I was like, he was talking to me about this. Like Links are still seen on shelves, and I'm like, how could I disagree with him? I probably made a mistake buying that Toon Link for $30. But it's just a wait and see thing, though.
Yeah. The other problem with that is usually when you see eBay orders, there's a chance that it might be because that person has a pre-order.
Yeah.
And not
No,
the
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently, though, I think it's safer to get UK versions. I recently bought an Ike Amiibo, and everybody else knows except KG. I also bought at the same price, but I used my own. I used my own money. Like, yeah. So
That's fine. I
it's
did
already
the same
shipped.
thing.
It's already shipped. It's
Good.
coming on Wednesday. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
But the whole thing about that, what KG is saying to me, that is so fucking alien to me right there. That is so stupid right there. The stores distributing Amiibos themselves on different release dates when the official release date for Wave 3 is February 1st. It's so weird.
Actually, I think I recall that they were planning to segregate the waves actually to begin with. The problem with this is that the segregation is more broken up than we were led to believe, because like Sonic and Mega Man were originally geared for the 20th as of Nintendo Direct, but now it's basically to a store's discretion on when they want to put it out.
So anybody
And
out there?
This.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not performing quite as well at work because of this. I'm constantly trying to keep up on it because my tracker isn't that good. Because when a Sonic order went up on Amazon, it took like a half hour or so until it notifies me that the Sonic Amazon pre-order went up. And I already did it by that before it even sent me a notification.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing happened earlier when it was like, oh, Pit's up at GameStop. And I went to try to pre-order it there. But then it was like, oh no, we can't let you do that. Pit Fox. And it sold out. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Is he kidding me? And if I didn't keep an eye on that thread for the second wave of pre-orders, I would have missed out on Pit right there.
Yeah. That when okay, there was a gap thread like earlier when Majora's Mask was being they barely announced the Majora's Mask limited edition that comes with a figurine and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was a gap thread saying that, and within the first hour they are sold out on GameStop. And I was so close because it said it was available at the GameStop website, and I clicked on it, and I entered my PayPal information, and it's gone. And it's so frustrating that that they don't take off that that button where it says pay for it now. Like just buy it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. I was completely frustrated. With the pit, and I think ordering from Amazon and ordering from GameStop, it's really two different experiences because compared to Amazon, trying to order something on GameStop is like jumping through hoops. Whereas with Amazon, it would take maybe 2 clicks if you're already set up.
Yeah.
Or you could just do the 1-click setting to do it right there immediately. Which I pretty much set up for Wave 4. Which I think we should probably talk about as well. Wave 4 in particular was announced the same day we were told about the new 3DS XLs and their limited editions. And UK and Japan have already put up their pre-orders, and if I'm correct, they're sold out.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I only managed to grab Ness and the Toad Amiibo because Robin and Lucina was already out. However, in the US, we have yet to put up the pre-orders, and I am assuming that due to our haphazard release schedule, it might be part of the reason why we cannot pre-order it yet. I'm guessing the other reason is we want to know how much stock we're getting before we go, hey guys, let's pre-order.
Yeah. So, most likely we're gonna have to wait on that for a while, which...
Yes.
It's not only that, it's not only waiting on it, it's waiting on it. Like, being on top of that, being on top of the notifications, you gotta be right there on a second, on the dial.
Yes, and it's
crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
This whole Amiibo thing's gotten out of hand, I think.
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna have to put notifications on all the Amiibo, the Wave 4 Amiibos. Robin, Lucina, Pac-Man. Man. It's crazy.
So I made a joke in the Amiibo thread that, what if the reason why they're taking so long was to make some of them store exclusive? And in my head, I was like, please, I hope for some reason Kmart doesn't get used. And so someone, as a joke, said, Lucina will be exclusive to Kmart. And I was just like, if that happens, I'm done with this.
Obviously, they'll make a KK Slider Amiibo for Kmart.
Yeah.
We do not have a Kmart up here, so I would be screwed immediately.
And, well, I will say this. Nintendo of America, if you're listening, and I know you're fucking not, please do something about this, because you have been pissing a lot of people off with this bullshit. and honestly, I bought almost all the Amiibo. Some of them I got as gifts. You're really not making this fucking easy, and honestly, you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves.
I've said it in private before, and I'll say it again. They should just sell... they should make them like, they should sell them on their online store, honestly.
And I know for a fact that the Nintendo of UK has sold pre-orders on Amiibos, and of course that's sold out. And so, but yeah, I do agree that they should do this for,
yeah.
Yeah, so please, I hope that they're gonna do something about it. We don't know. Most likely with the way this is, I doubt anything's gonna happen, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so...
Which leads into the next thing, but go ahead.
I'm just gonna finish my stuff, and I know KG wanted to talk as well. So the thing is that what it's making me personally do is get most of the Amiibos that I'm planning to get through eBay or probably Craigslist in maybe months later on. I don't know. It's making me spend more than twice the amount for an Amiibo that probably could be on the shelf, stocked well, because it's making us think that these amiibos are going to be sold out all the time.
Yep.
So,
And I guess with that, it does. Here's the thing that really bothers me the most. We are seeing what's basically toys for children. And I know not only is it supposed to appeal to the collectors, but it's also supposed to appeal to the children. But the way things are being handled, it feels like it's being made for the collectors only. And I will say this as a person who has bought, imported figures of different series. That is much easier to import than dealing with this Amiibo stuff.
Right.
That is how upsetting this is. That is how poor this whole thing is being handled today.
I mean, you have a bunch of toy industries that just come up with toys like out of nowhere. They just put the toys on the shelves like it was nothing. But Nintendo is just they're having trouble putting their own stuff on the shelves. I mean, I know they're not a toy company, but come on, you know.
Were.
And I think
they were.
And I think a part of the problem is how the 3DS and Wii U hasn't been, doing quite as well as their previous systems, which in the case of 3DS, I didn't expect that to happen, period, to begin with. But because of that, retailers are more stingy with the shelf space and whatnot. And considering Amiibos, unlike, say, Disney Infinity and Skylanders.
Fuck, dude. Have you seen the shelf space, though? It's so large.
Yeah, and I was about to get to why I think it's so large. Obviously, partly because of Activision and blah, blah, blah. But I think the main reason is that Skylanders is being used for almost every system. And so you need a lot of stock to make sure every person of every system has it. Amiibos, on the other hand, for right now, are only for Wii U, and soon, new 3DS.
But wait, do you think this will affect sales of the new 3DS?
I do not know.
Because, okay, let's say kids or some other casual gamer would want to buy Amiibos for their 3DS. I mean, they don't know that it doesn't work. Let's just say that. And they don't have a Wii U. Let's just say they buy Amiibos for the 3DS, for Smash Brothers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What's their reaction when they find out it only works for a newer handheld?
Did they officially cancel the adapter to use Amiibos on 3DS?
And that's the thing, you're just still paying more money. You're buying extra stuff so it could work on your older handheld.
I'm sure the Amiibo package says what it'll work on somewhere.
Currently it only shows for the Wii U, obviously.
Yeah.
Since we don't have the new 3DS yet.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, I kind of wonder, since I'm importing a couple Amiibos from Japan, if they'll say something like these could also be used on the new 3DS.
Well, wasn't new 3DS released before Amiibos in Japan?
Yeah, but I've never seen the back of the Japanese boxes.
That's the thing, though. Does it work with? Does it say that it works with Wii U in the back? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
It even displays it as well.
Yeah,
Right.
so I'm assuming when the new 3DS XL is out, they're most likely going to update it where it says new 3DS. So yeah. All right. So.
Okay, so should we move on to a new topic?
Well, I was going to mention
All right,
briefly about the new 3DS Majora's Mask one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah,
Now we
because
can get to
I
the
was
bigger
trying to lead to that too.
Alright.
So like, it also is affected by the Scalper problem. Although this isn't the first time like the 3DS had issues like that. Like the Pikachu XL had that, and there was one other that had it. I forgot which one it was. But for this, although it's not gonna sound like it's as bad as the Amiibo situation, because like very quickly a lot of retailers have been like canceling pre-orders who have more than one. But here's the other thing. People are saying this might be a mistake as well, that there's some people who only ordered one pre-order of the Majora's Mask new 3DS XL at Best Buy, and they had it canceled too.
I believe
But-
the new theory is that they're canceling them because they got too many pre-orders in the first place.
That's the other
That's
thing.
not a theory. That's actually a reality.
Alright.
Yeah,
Oh
and,
shit.
and to make up for that, like what they're doing is they're giving people like who still want to buy a new 3DS XL $50 off on whichever one they wanted, like because of that. So that's another thing, and it sucks that it even happened in the first place. But I just hope that when it comes to all those scalpers, that they actually like do indeed get screwed. But it does suck for those who legitimately are planning on buying extras for like families and all that. But I don't know. I just don't know.
And
Who
that's-
here besides KG has pre-ordered the new 3DS XL Majora's Mask?
I did not because it doesn't really interest me. Although the Monster Hunter one might have, but I rather just get myself the red one.
Okay.
Well, let me comment more on this. I know the same day Best Buy was canceling more pre-orders than we were expecting.
Yep.
GameStop also opened up more pre-orders, and before anyone says anything, Best Buy actually does have a history of where they think they're getting more stock than hold up, let me rephrase it. That they think they are getting more stock than they were initially told, because it's like, oh, we might have some leftover allocations or whatever. And so one of the more recent failures to people in terms of pre-orderings that happened was the Super Smash Bros. Bundle for the Wii U, where it came with the adapter and a GameCube controller. Or no, it didn't. Did it come with the GameCube controller?
Yeah, it did.
Bundle? Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Came with everything.
Because Best Buy actually had pre-orders up for quite a while compared to everyone else.
Mhm.
And so they thought they were getting more stock than they were led to believe. And unfortunately, that ended up having a lot of people be really upset with Best Buy. Because
Yeah.
they let them take orders for something they won't have.
Exactly.
And so, and so GameStop, on the other hand, is much more capable of estimating how much they're going to get. And so if they end up having less pre-orders than how much the exact amount they're given, they'll open up pre-orders again for a bit.
So
I guess it depends. Well, I'm gonna go into something little different, but totally related. I mean, I guess it depends if and when maybe your pre-order may be canceled, KG. You know, it might not be delivered to you, even if you pre-order from GameStop. You know. So yeah. I mean, I know I said like, you wanted the black one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it all depended on whether your pre-order would be not delivered to you or canceled in any way. And I already said that I'd pay for your shipping, just in case you couldn't and stuff. So, but do you think your pre-order would be canceled though? I mean, like, this isn't not just. I'm not asking because of me or Gummy. I'm asking because do you think this is a likely scenario?
Well, to be honest, I'm so fearful because I'm not sure how this is going to be handled or anything.
Yeah.
But, all I know is I would have to put in another pre-order for a different system if it gets canceled. The bigger issue is I'm not sure where I'm going to do it. But I know one thing's for certain. Either I could just go into Fred Meyer on the 13th, like early in the morning, and just pick up a new 3DS because the internet's stuff. And so I could do that before I go to work. But, I do know that I really do want to try out Smash, my actual copy of Smash Bros. On the new 3DS instead of just the demo. But then again, because I've been playing more of the 3DS version for some reason, just for giggles, because I didn't really care at the time. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, I'm about to change up my 3DS anyway. So if if the circle pad breaks, whatever.
Yeah.
Anything else about this?
I guess. Okay, KG has a few words, I guess.
I guess this is just a few words. I'd rather not make it into a larger discussion.
Okay. All right. But, just remember to say "I do" at the
end. Unfortunately, I'd say this is the start of production issues with Nintendo, but I would say them not having stock, not being in touch with people, could definitely be traced back to at least the Ocarina of Time Music CD incident.
Yeah,
right. I remember you mentioning that.
That was a crazy incident, yeah.
Who would have expected it? When in a world where we have niche, you know where I'm going with this, niche developers could provide CDs in their first print run, and
Nintendo had issues with this.
Yeah, on their website.
Yeah. And
I find that pathetic.
It is pathetic, and I really think that, I mean, even granted, I didn't hear that many issues about the Majora's Mask CD. It wasn't really that bad in comparison, but the way from what happened with Ocarina, even though I'm happy I got mine, it's still not excusable whatsoever that it even happened. And that's the thing about Club Nintendo. And we're gonna get to Club Nintendo in a little bit.
Just speaking of the CDs, though, we have one more upcoming CD. And do you think a similar incident would happen to us? People who ordered it. Yeah.
Well,
I hope not either. So
in this case, everybody who registered their 3DS and Wii U versions most likely already did it. So I'm hoping that's not the case this time around.
Because we're sure to get Mewtwo. That's a digital thing. That's not going to run out.
Yes.
But the CDs are going to be a physical thing. So, and I don't know how many Nintendo has made. Maybe they're still doing it, but not enough.
I guess that's why they're not doing anything.
If they fail to produce enough, and they had about 3 months, 2 months for people to register, so that way they know just how many to make, and then another 2 months before they put out whoever ordered the CDs. If they fail to do that, I'm going to be livid because it's just inexcusable. And I know there's one other example of where we just got spited pretty hard in terms of a limited edition being available to the general masses. That is the Hyrule Warriors limited edition, where there were only 500 copies in one store in one city. Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it?
What city?
New York.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
At the Nintendo World Store, where nearly everyone got screwed over for it.
Okay, so, but for the Super Smash Bros. Music CD, this offer should come to people who purchase both the 3DS version and the Wii U version of Smash Brothers. Is that offer still going on?
No,
that's over. All you can get now is Mewtwo.
Okay, that's cool, because if that offer still went on and if they did not have enough, that'd be, that's a hypothetical. It'd be pretty bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said I'd be livid, because it stopped already.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, this topic has been going on long enough, but go ahead, KI, and after that we'll...
It's gone on so long, I feel like I have to say this. Let everyone else talk.
Okay, go ahead.
I think there is too much emphasis on physical collectibles from Nintendo. I really do not think all this chaos over the Amiibos and soundtrack CDs and everything is warranted.
Alright. Well, anyway... Alright, can we switch to another topic now, please?
Yeah. I guess before I go, I'm gonna just tell you guys this right now. It's completely unrelated, but I changed rooms, to the living room now, and it's not actually done because I have so much crap. It's like I just moved out an apartment into a living room. But I'm actually really tired, and I was at least hoping I could make it in for the Amiibo discussion, since I knew quite a bit about it.
Yeah.
So, you guys have a good podcast. I'm gonna relax for the rest of the night.
Alright, well, enjoy yourself.
Alright.
KG.
Alright.
See you, KG. Alright.
Okay, well, that was a long topic. I guess...
So, the next thing is the Pokken Tournament news.
Right, well, we did get 3 new characters there. Is it Gardevoir?
Gardevoir, Pikachu...
Susune?
Suicune, which is a very weird choice. I would have never expected that to even be in this game.
I love that rabbit deer Pokemon.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I always like the electric one, Raikou, more. Entei is the worst of the 3.
And I liked the gameplay. I liked how it looked a little more like Power Stone, or like a more arena-based combat, or fighter, as I call them.
Everyone is saying it resembles Namco's Naruto games.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that too. I'm just saying that, like, I never played any of the Naruto games. So.
Yeah, neither have I, but I've seen them. They're pretty good gameplay, but the only thing is just I'm not into Naruto, so... But this...
Go ahead.
This has the potential to be something fun, so... And they have some sort of card system where they have, like, those little assists.
Yeah, I like that too. It looked pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. But what do you think about that controller that they used?
Well, it's automatically the best arcade fighting controller ever made because it's not a joystick.
It's so funny looking.
Yeah, like there's no release date for when it will hit arcades other than 2015, but a lot of people are like concerned about whether or not it will hit Wii U. I'm sure it will hit Wii U.
Probably will.
Isn't the arcade version running on Wii U hardware?
I believe it is.
And it has a console-style controller with it. It's very... I think we might get the Wii U one sooner longer than we thought, actually. It almost seems like the arcade version was an afterthought that they just wanted to get out before the Wii U one, because that's how arcade games are done in Japan.
That's smart. I mean,
Alright.
you know, they can get their testing out of the way there.
Alright then.
Okay, so that's enough of that, since that was actually a pretty small topic. I guess we can talk about the last bit of Nintendo news first. Recently we heard that Club Nintendo, Nintendo's customer loyalty program, is finally coming to an end.
Yeah. And, like, I actually felt that it would have ended, like, sometime last year after the Platinum Rewards.
As I recall, Japan said something about ending it then, didn't they?
Yeah, like, it was a topic that they were thinking about ending, and then, like, we weren't sure about when it was actually going to end. But at least they're not ending it, like, right away, but rather, like, giving it just a couple more months, and by June it's going to be over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just
hopefully
that-
didn't they say one last batch of rewards though?
Yeah, February is when we're going to get the final batch of rewards.
Well, at least we got that much going for us.
Yeah, and with that is that, no games after January 20th will have any codes, and but any games before that, you could still use the codes until March 31st. And you have until June 30th to redeem all the coins.
And they did mention that they are coming up with a successor program.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that it might be a lot like the digital deluxe promotion they did when the Wii U launched.
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm just hoping they still, give up something for people who buy their games physically, because otherwise it's going to suck for a lot of us, isn't it?
Because what I'm thinking is going to be, like, if I had to make a prediction of what it's going to be like, I'm thinking it's going to be, like, a mix of, like, something that Nintendo experimented in the past, not sure what it would be like, I'm trying to remember, with the digital deluxe promotion, except it will also work with the physical copies. And there might or there might not be some form of, like, achievements or accomplishment system. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna hold my breath on it if we don't get it, but, what do you guys think we'll get out of that?
That sounds about right. I mean, it just seems like they're sort of giving up on physical goods as rewards, which I guess is kind of a shame, but...
I think digital and make entire games that you can download are a much better reward.
That's true. I'll accept it if they put up Doc Lewis's Punch-Out on there.
Yeah,
Still angry I missed out on that.
Same here, like, because I only managed to get to gold that year. That's the only year I've ever got to gold. And I only got that stupid calendar. I never liked any of the calendars. They have cool art, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I don't want a calendar. I actually wanted the hat, too.
I know you did.
Alright. So, anyone else want to talk about this, or you want to move on?
I mean, yeah, is there anyone else who wants to discuss this? Anybody else have any thoughts? I guess that's a no.
So, Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat X. Recently, there was a bit of a guffaw over at the GameStop. They had a promo video for it. And the guy doing the announcements was talking about how both Mileena and Shang Tsung would be playable in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it seems like they're going to reveal both of them sometime this week, so, fingers crossed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else here, or did we kill it when we decided to end that Scalper topic?
I mean, it's like, I'm still here.
I'm still here.
Okay. Alright, well, as long as we've got other people, then.
I mean, I'm excited for Mortal Kombat X. I just need to upgrade my PC a little more for the video card. Other than that, like, my PC, I should be able to run it. Let's see, so I guess that's it for that one. Next up would be, let's talk about
Go ahead.
Windows 10.
Alright, yeah. Well, recently, Microsoft finally announced all the features for Windows 10, and this doesn't really sound like much of a gamer thing, but aside from being able to update it for free if you already own Windows 7 or 8 or 8.1, they also said that they're going to have a streaming app where you can stream Xbox One games to your PC, which sounded cool at first, but it turns out to be completely worthless if you don't already own the damn thing.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was interesting. How do you feel about that, K.I.?
I haven't been paying that much attention, so what did they do to make it worthless if you don't already have an Xbox One?
Well, you're streaming games from your Xbox One to your PC.
Can't you already do that? I bought every system you could already hook up to a computer monitor.
No, I mean, you can literally stream it from the computer. Like, there's an app where you can stream games from... You can play Xbox One games on your computer, but you need to own an Xbox One in the first place.
So the Xbox One has to be turned on while you're doing this?
I'm not sure about that, but possibly. Either way, you need to own an Xbox One in order to do this, so it's kind of pointless, really.
Yeah, it seems like if you really wanted to... You have to own an Xbox One anyway. It seems like hooking up the console to your computer monitor would be better.
Or at least identical. Unless you don't want to move the Xbox One.
Yeah, and they wouldn't trust streaming for gameplay.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Alright, so the next thing that we have is the game Evolve.
Ah, yes. Let's talk about their whole recent botch, I guess.
Okay, so that was the one... I was the one who broke news about this in chat. That's the one where you can... The pre-order bonus on Xbox One lets you skip a huge portion of the game.
Ah, that was... That's actually part of it, but not entirely, you see.
Okay, what else is there?
Well, recently, one of the game's developers did an interview on Destructoid, and he said that he was angry at how the internet was sort of mocking the game, just saying, oh, it's full of this shitty DLC stuff, because they said that they were going to have a lot of, DLC on there. And, the game was built from the ground up to accept DLC, so basically they're announcing all this DLC and the game's not even out yet. So you're not even going to get the complete game when it comes out, by any stretch of the imagination.
So instead of including some of that stuff with the special edition, they just let you skip part of the game so you'll get to the part where you are pressured to buy DLC faster.
Oh, some of the stuff is included as a pre-order bonus, but the problem is that there's more stuff on the way. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous.
And I heard something like that they're like, so the game, how do the monsters in it work? Like, are those bosses or playable characters?
Both actually. Let me try to explain. So you've got, your campaign mode where, you're a squad of 4 humans just sort of going around beating up the monsters and shit. Because it's a lot like Left 4 Dead, from what I can tell. Because Left 4 Dead was made by the original developers of this game. So basically there's a multiplayer mode where you have 2 teams of humans. Like 2 teams of humans that are against each other. And then you've got a 3rd team of 2 monsters. And you can pick like any monster you want out of the group that you have. Because some of the monsters are actually going to be DLC. Because
so are the monsters like the only enemies, or are there normal ones too?
Oh, I think there are normal enemies in the main game, but I don't think you can play as those if you would want to.
So, and what was, like, when the guy was complaining about the internet's reaction, like, what was the defense he gave for the game?
Well, he just said that... actually, that was the best part. I believe what he said was, let's see. It's like, when I'm playing a good game that I like, I want to buy more of the game. That was his literal argument. Ridiculous, right?
Sure. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's... I don't know. That is just stupid.
Yeah.
If I'm playing a game I like, I want it to last as long as it can, and when I've finished with that, I want a full sequel, not DLC for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's been working really well so far for the PC community.
Well, yeah, but that's
like
because a lot of it's
Civilization.
free.
Well, that's true, but there are expansion packs, you know?
Oh yeah, there are extension packs, and I mean, but the real issue is that it seems like it's a lot more common on PC to mix up, like you'll get some stuff for free and you'll get some stuff for pay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like remember the original Left 4 Dead? There was a whole bunch of expansions on that for free.
Yeah.
The same goes for Left 4 Dead 2. That had a lot of expansions. But, you know, if you're just basically going to charge for every single DLC, no one's gonna like that. I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of like with the Nintendo games, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, when Nintendo does some DLC, they give away something for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
The Yoshi palette swaps.
yeah.
Right, and actually, didn't you have to buy this stuff to get that?
No.
Yeah, well, actually, no, you
Oh,
didn't.
wait, you might have a Shy Guy. One of those was free.
I thought they were both paid.
I think they were both free. Like, I actually heard somebody.
I mean, they were free if you bought the DLC, but
Okay,
I think that's still paying.
yeah, but that's still paying. You still had to pay for something to get them.
Let me look this up because I want to just make sure.
But I
think
know
might
that
be
when
right.
they did the free update for now you can get the DLC. You can pre-order the DLC. They gave us the Mercedes-Benz cars for free, which that wasn't really anything, but hey, it was cool, right? Free stuff with an update.
That's all. Yeah.
I mean, that's all it takes to get people to calm down about this shit. Give us, like, some little worthless skins or something. Usually that'll just, calm people down a lot.
But what if, instead of giving them away for free, they sold them for so cheap they were practically free? And maybe people don't want new gameplay, they want skins. So if we release 100 new skins for 99 cents each, is that ripping people off?
I mean, the other issue is that, let's see, I mean, the main issue is that they're doing, like, a free-to-play model of monetization with their DLC. And, well, basically, the game is a $60 purchase. So, I mean, what's the point, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you really like it, you'll want to spend more on it.
Well,
That's basically
that's true, but go ahead.
That's true for a lot of games, though. You know, I mean, you're willing to buy DLC, just to experience more of the game, but there's two types of DLCs. DLC to complete the game, which again you have to pay for, which is utterly stupid. And the other DLC is stuff that it's just extra stuff that you're interested in. It makes
right, sort of like the whole Mario Kart thing.
Yeah,
the Mario Kart thing was like just adding on to a thing that already felt complete.
Yep.
And then we got more.
There was an image Bacon posted. It's a really old image that had the Mona Lisa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
one.
Yeah. It was it had DLC metaphors and stuff. So yeah, that was basically it. That's basically how the industry works right now. I think everybody's settled down on it. I think there's some that complain about it, but we're pretty calm. Yeah. DLC has become a natural, for lack of a better term.
It's become so ubiquitous that no one really seems to be bothered by it that much anymore. And
Yeah.
that's actually bothering a lot of people now. That.
Meta.
Yeah.
So meta.
But I mean, I just think it's kind of weird that, the guy is actually, like, calling out. I just think that it's stupid, honestly. He's calling out his own customers. And his own customers for saying, okay, we disagree with this thing. And basically what he's just going up to them and saying, well, you guys fucking suck.
Oh, they do that sometimes, like when Cliffy B said that people were idiots if they brought up the idea of not spending trillions to advertise games.
Well, that's
Right.
Cliffy B.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but it's just like, I don't understand their end game on that one. Okay, so we pissed off some of our customers, so let's insult them and make things worse.
One thing that really kind of just irks me is that every time you buy a game that maybe an Xbox 360, PS3, for example, you buy one of those games and then GameStop offers you, oh, why don't you buy a season pass? Or why don't you buy the DLC for that, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's really uncomfortable and you get really deterred in buying. All these offers are in your face and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to respond with. You just have to be really quick on the draw and just say, no, thank you.
Right.
And sometimes people don't know how to do that. They just say yes, yes, because maybe it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Right.
So, I'm just tired of GameStop doing that. Just GameStop employees being forced to say that there's a DLC pack for this. Buy the season pass and you get the DLC pack later on. And it's just irritating, in the least. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just ridiculous.
But I missed the whole Mortal Kombat spiel. Do we know any other characters in Killer Instinct that have been announced or going to be announced?
Well, we did recently get the trailer for Omen, the quote free character. Let me explain how that works. If you bought the season set, which would have been cheaper than buying the individual characters anyway for season 2, you get a 9th character named Omen, but that's the only way you get him is if you buy all the other characters.
Omen is that...
He's like that Shadow Jago guy. No, he literally is like the thing what made Jago into Shadow Jago, and then he popped out of his body. He's all like, "Rawr!" Now I've got like fucking Yoshimitsu's face from the first Tekken on. Rawr.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
I've grown accustomed to Riptor's new design.
I rather like Riptor. I like her new design.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like it because I knew there was going to be some modern touches because it wouldn't. The initial design for Riptor was really 90s. It's just a regular raptor with big ass arms.
Right.
Yeah, but this one actually makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's got like robotic stuff on there. Yeah,
despite its ridiculousness, it makes more sense. I like it, so yeah. So Omen is a character that we just recently found out about?
Yeah, Omen is the latest character they showed off in a trailer. I think he comes out... I believe he comes out this week for people who own, like, the 1 and 2 pack, and then he comes up for everyone else the week after.
So Omen is different from Golem?
Yeah, Golem is... Actually, we got to see a teaser of what Golem looks like. He looks really badass. Everyone thought he was going to be, like, a tree thing. Instead, he's like made out of like iron armor. Looks really badass, actually. Let me see if I can find that picture so you can all sort of see it because I don't want to link to the trailer.
Yeah,
Although
it's
I guess I could link to the trailer. You guys want to get in the side tube real quick?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
God, everyone try not to sound so excited. This is what happens when we get off of Nintendo topics. Everyone just sort of dies after that point. It's like,
It's just a really controversial thing going on, though.
I know. Okay, so, alright, well, I guess everybody but Psych's in. You see it already, Psych?
I think
hold on, let me see.
Okay.
Scalpers talk kind of.
Well, there was a lot of that, too. Okay, so I guess I'll post it right about
Now?
now. Okay, it just started. I just figured I'd say that for the recording if you want to add this. So this is the new character. Yep, there it is.
It was pretty cool.
I mean, he looks alright.
I think it's a rather uninspired look, though.
A lot of people say that he kind of looks like Cinder from the first game.
Looks like Cinder and Glacius combined.
I guess I could kind of understand that, but I mean, he is mostly built off of existing animations. He's like a free character, like, remember Fukua and Skullgirls?
Yeah.
He's basically like that. So he's just basically a free character that you get if you buy the whole season, and
That's a pretty cool move. Like I kind of like how his movesets are. So
his moves are pretty cool. It's just that everyone wishes that they made this into like the playable Shadow Jago instead, but they didn't. So
yeah.
Now we got Omen. Up. Yep. See, comes out this week for people who own the Ultra Edition, and the week after for people who own the Combo Breaker pack. And here comes. I seriously think this dude looks fucking cool as hell.
Kind of like Big Daddy.
Look at that shit.
At least.
Oh, that's not bad.
I told you, he looks fucking cool, doesn't he?
Yeah, dude, that's cool.
I like this design, is basically what I'm...
Yeah, it's much better than... I'm waiting for this. I mean, Omen was lackluster in my opinion. Just watching it in progression, I'm like, this looks like a really uninspired design. The moveset's alright, but other than that, it's just style.
Yeah, a lot of people really don't like his design.
It's like style and no substance. It's just a mask, and only shadows are possessing that mask. It's okay, but
Right.
Yeah.
So Gargos, really?
He's like Gargo's minion, I guess.
Yeah, his herald. Yeah, but it's implying that we're gonna see a return of Gargos.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. I'm thinking that because the new boss character is a character known as Arya.
Right.
So we don't know. I mean, Gargos might come back in Season 2, but I think that they bring back Idol first.
Yeah, see, okay, the story in this new Killer Instinct I don't think it erases Killer Instinct 2.
No, Killer Instinct 2 still happened. I mean, Maya's there, so you know that. It just is like everyone goes back to like modern day.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, because I remember Maya was there, and I'm like, nope.
Because you know what they actually found out in the game is that the person that the god that Jago sort of worshipped.
Yeah.
In the first two games, that was actually Gargos.
Yeah. That in Killer Instinct 2.
No, I know that, but they were moving on from. They kept that. They kept that in the canon, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. What didn't they keep?
No, they kept about everything. I mean, they undid some of the people, you know how they had, like, cybernetic enhancements?
Yeah.
They undid that, but they, didn't, like, make it so that it never happened. It's just that they, like, got rid of the enhancements.
Yeah, some characters from the first game come back.
Right.
Like, they didn't appear in Killer Instinct 2 at all. It's weird because I thought Killer Instinct 2 would never happen and Killer Instinct would take the place on the timeline, replacing Killer Instinct 2, but...
Well, no, I agree with you that Killer Instinct 2 had its problems, but I feel like trying to get as much canon as they possibly can into the games would probably be the best idea. Just because, like, Killer Instinct itself doesn't have a really big roster.
Yeah, that's true.
And, I mean, Season 2, we're getting, like, 8, 9 characters, if you want to count the free one. Sorry, free one. Let me just put in the scare quotes. And, once those are done, we'll have everyone from the first fucking game in the game, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get, because we got Jago Saberwolf. Idol was never really playable.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
He
was.
no, I know he was playable if you entered in like a cheat code or something, but he wasn't like supposed to be playable. He was a broken boss character. I know he had an ending in both the arcade and the Super Nintendo version. I'm just saying. Like,
yeah,
He was a character in the game.
he was a character in the game. I'm not sure if they'll bring him back as a playable character, though.
Okay, I didn't beat Killer Instinct 2 because it was stupid.
Okay.
Was Gargos hard to beat?
It was about on par with Idol from what I hear.
I remember Gargos just seemed really boring after Idol. Like, Idol at least was trying to do something. Gargos he was just a
He was Spider-Brand.
Yeah, he was a gargoyle and he was called Gargos. It was just that'd be like if they called Idol Two-Heados.
Yeah, that's what struck me as really dumb because I saw his design on the Killer Instinct wiki and anywhere else. I just was really this is the best they could do again with Idol, and apparently it's mentioned that they fought, but the in conclusion was
I think Idol supposedly won.
Yeah.
Gargos was the original guy because Idol was originally a human who got corrupted and blah blah blah.
Well, Gargos did that too.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was alright.
Ridiculously detailed backstory involving Greek gods that was only in the comics.
Yeah.
Another thing from the comics that was interesting is that Fulgor was actually Thunder's brother.
I actually like to believe that though.
It does seem like an interesting point.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The ending kind of implies that Spinal is Thunder's brother, even though it doesn't make any sense.
One thing I'm kind of disappointed, and I know Icefix has heard me say this before, is Spinal's moveset. I miss the moveset from the first Killer Instinct game, where he morphs into different characters in between his combos. That's fucking awesome. But in the new Killer Instinct game, it's radically different.
Well, I mean, that's just sort of a problem with 3D fighting games. It's kind of like how Shang Tsung can't really transform into anyone anymore. He can only turn into his opponent.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is kind of lame compared to the old games. I agree with you on that. But another thing you sort of have to realize about the old games is that, like, they were so the RAM you needed to play them was so small you could just like put all the characters into the RAM. You know, there weren't that many characters in the first place in the original Mortal Kombat or Killer Instinct, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 9, it's not just memory limitations. The computer version can turn into multiple characters.
Yeah.
Right, but he like picks from a set, doesn't he?
Yeah, they actually had that in some of the CD CD-based Mortal Kombat games, like the ones where in the cartridge and arcade versions he could turn into everyone.
Right. No, you know what really bothered me? You ever play Mortal Kombat Trilogy with Shang Tsung and tried to do a morph thing? That shit had loading times in it.
But they had you only select certain characters.
No. On the PlayStation version, you change into anyone, and there would be load times. Hand to God. I think you're thinking of the N64 version.
Now, the N64 version was, a card game. You could turn into everyone without loading.
Okay, hold on. I want to look that up now, because I know there was one where Shang Tsung's transformations had load times.
I know the Sega CD version of the first one did, to make it even more annoying because only the computer could trigger it.
So, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
There was a version, arcade version of Killer Instinct 2, right?
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
that's the only version.
Yeah, the N64 one is called Killer Instinct Gold.
And that one actually had multiple endings, which was
Okay.
kind of cool, actually. I mean, it was a cool concept, honestly. Because it's like if you did different things while you were playing through the game, you could just sort of get different endings.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Mortal Kombat guest characters. You want to see them back?
Didn't they say that they're not doing that this time? Well, what am I saying?
well-
They could be lying.
Yeah. So,
I'd rather not.
no guest characters. What about you, Shell?
Go ahead.
Wait, repeat the question.
Guest characters in Mortal Kombat.
I mean, since they had Freddy Krueger in the first one, like Mortal Kombat 9, I wonder exactly what if they decide to just put like Michael Myers in it, or
Do they own the Halloween franchise?
Do they?
Warner Brothers? I don't think they do. I thought that was Miramax.
okay then.
Well, they do. Well, they have New Line Cinema, so they.
I mean, they could do Jason Voorhees.
Yeah,
they could do Jason Voorhees. This is going to be weird, but since they, like, NetherRealm apparently made a WWE game for mobile phones, why did they put someone from WWE there?
John Cena Stone.
No.
John Cena
I
Stone.
feel like they should put in Joker as a guest character.
That could be. I mean, that would play back into Injustice then, because they put Scorpion in there,
Yeah, Joker would be pretty cool. I like
and
to
he
see
would
that.
actually kill people. So
Joker would actually fit into the WWE Mortal Kombat universe. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I thought,
yeah.
I thought the guest characters they chose for Mortal Kombat 9 fit in pretty well, like Freddy Krueger and Kratos.
yeah.
So Ki, same question. I know you said Joker, but that didn't really answer the question whether you actually want guest characters to make a comeback.
I think he was a. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think they should come back. Like, I think Joker would fit in pretty well. Let's see if they do another Sony. If they do like another like company exclusive ones, I think Sweet Tooth would fit pretty well.
Well, they could do Cole and Evil Cole.
I
That
think
would be
they can
great.
put a Forza car in the Xbox One
Oh,
version.
God. That would be awesome.
Yeah, the Xbox One version, I don't know, maybe now that they've made a new Killer Instinct, they'd put, like, Volkor in, because that would have been the obvious choice for the Xbox exclusive character, but they didn't put a Xbox character in at all last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
See, apparently Bacon wants the Road Warriors in there, and I'm just wondering if he means Animal and Hawk, or if he's talking about Mad Max.
Or I might be talking about
Animal and Hawk or Mad Max.
Although they don't own it, and
Oh, I was right.
there's no indication this will exist, if they did make a version for Wii U, I would want Bayonetta in it.
That would be interesting, although I wouldn't mind seeing, let's see. I'm trying to think of a mature game that Nintendo actually made, and I'm having difficulty with that.
Eternal Darkness.
Well, yeah, but how would she fight?
Well, they got Pius Augustus in it.
I guess that's true. Okay, so I guess we're kind of winding down here. Any other topics anyone can think of?
Let's see.
Oh wait, Neko. Oh wait, no, wait. We forgot that. Neko, how do you feel about ghost characters in Mortal Kombat?
Well, if they worked the first time, why not?
I guess you're right. Okay, so anyone else have any ideas for topics?
Well, okay. Freddy Krueger. What confused me at first is that I had no idea which version of Freddy Krueger would they use. Would they use the old Freddy Krueger, or would they use the new one? You know, the
seemed like they went from like the one from the first movie almost.
But so I played as Freddy Krueger, and I saw through several forums that it's kind of a mixture of both. Seeing how the remake Freddy Krueger had maybe had two gloves with knives. Yeah.
I know which one they'd use. Freddy TM.
Well, actually, that would make for a cool moveset.
But he had more like of he had the design of the old Freddy Krueger. So it could just be an entirely different Freddy Krueger than we saw at all. Sailor Frank.
Well, I couldn't resist. Bacon wanted to talk about Sailor Moon and Frank West, so why not Sailor Frank?
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I'm looking forward. Okay, so when I went to Target today, I also saw a pre-order card for Splatoon, and I was like really excited because that I just reminded myself that game is coming out this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, I can't wait to play. So that's all I have to say.
All right. Well, I think most of us can agree on that. I mean, even KI's excited for it ever since they revealed the single player.
Yeah.
I was sure there was going to be a single player all along. That was another one of your predictions.
No, I didn't predict that. I just said I hope there's one, but I didn't predict anything on that. If you're gonna like talk shit about me, at least keep it to the real stuff. You've got plenty of material there.
Okay, fine. You said Harmo Knight wouldn't be released here.
Yeah, there you go. Finally, something real.
I remember we had some type of argument. You may not have formally predicted it, but I know I was more confident that one would be revealed.
Yeah, you were more confident, but I didn't say there was like no chance this was happening. I just said I hope this happens.
Yeah, that's why I said predict, not insist or guarantee.
Well, recently, Icepick, Neko, and I have been playing Left 4 Dead.
Yep.
And I'm okay. Neko and I still have to.
I kind of suck at it.
Yeah, I was gonna be nicer and just be more modest, but it's hard.
Well, I mean, I'd like to feel like I'm kind of carrying my own weight.
Yeah.
To some extent.
No, you are. It's just, it can get a little hectic in Left 4 Dead. We started our first campaign in Left 4 Dead 2, I think yesterday, was it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we got our asses kicked several times.
Not several times. We only died once.
No, we died twice.
We did?
No, wait. No,
we only died once.
But we were close to dying twice in the same spot, though.
Oh yeah, we were close to dying twice. I agree with that, but we only died once.
Yeah. It's a crazy game. I haven't played it in a while. Well, I still remember what to do and where to go in Left 4 Dead 2. Not so much Left 4 Dead because I haven't played many of the campaign maps in that game. So, I mean, Left 4 Dead 2 just has a lot more challenging stuff. I mean, and when I say a lot more challenging, I think you can agree.
Oh yeah, it is definitely more challenging.
Yeah, you just have to keep moving.
Right.
I mean, in Left 4 Dead 1, we just had to huddle and stay in the house, stay in the hospital building.
Right, and this one it's a lot more. We're a lot more mobile.
Yep. Well, I saw Neko playing Left 4 Dead 1 today earlier.
He was just trying to get some of the achievements that he wasn't able to get, like the Kill Bill one, I believe.
Yeah. Do you see any differences in between Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, Neko?
No, just the characters. Oh, and also 100% more difficult.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The characters, they have a lot more personality, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
Yeah, Icepick plays as Coach, and and Icepick loves Coach's dialogue.
I do really fucking love Coach.
If you don't bring Coach back, I will be very sad. The skillful acting of Craig T. Nelson will be missed.
Yeah. I play as Ellis, Neko plays as Rochelle, we have an AI spot for Nick.
Yep.
We're hoping maybe Shell can play with us sometime because he has Left 4 Dead 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I might stream these two, but I don't know.
Well, that'll be fun.
It's really up to you guys if you want to be heard in the stream.
It's fine for me.
Just let me know when you guys want to do it, and I'll do it.
Alright.
Well, I have no more topics to bring up.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to add. Does anyone else have anything they want to discuss?
Well, I kind of want to avoid talking about this, but I might as well right now.
Go ahead.
It's WWE related.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Royal Rumble happened like a couple of hours ago, and everything was fine until the Royal Rumble match itself. And it wasn't even, and like Roman Reigns did win, and it's not, and even though I'm a huge fan of Daniel Bryan, it wasn't even the fact that he didn't win that pissed me off, although I was pissed, because there were other stars that I would have been okay with, like, not Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler, like those guys. I would have been more than okay if they would have made it. Hell, I was actually rooting for Rusev over Roman Reigns.
A lot of people were.
Yeah, and now it's getting to the point where people are canceling subscriptions to the WWE Network, but that's not the real issue right here. The real issue right now is that fans are blocking the roads all over so that the wrestlers and other WWE personnel would not be allowed to leave. That is just too much.
I thought that you were, like, in support of it, though.
I never actually said that I was.
Like, not that, but I mean, like, you also were considering canceling your subscription, weren't you?
I wasn't, but I knew for a fact, but it's just that I'm just pissed off that all this even happened, but, and Vince McMahon, and whoever else in creative that, like, thought this was a good idea, like, I'd like to see how they're gonna damage control this.
Well, I mean, it's the best of, I mean, it seems like they're already doing that. I mean, Chris Jericho said he supported it, so...
Yeah, but that's all I'm gonna say about it. I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Okay, well that's fair.
Alright.
KKI, Neko, you guys got anything to add?
Not really.
Not really.
Okay, then I guess we can call it a podcast.
Yep.
Okay, well, see you next time.
Later.
Alright. Later.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Later, guys.
Good night.